Zaza addiction. A bit of a controversial topic, as there is a lot of grass NPCs who at the mere mention of the words weed and addiction get aggroed on some Oblivion guard shit and start defending the magic green plant like some 11th century crusaders. And to be honest, there is some merit to this, as it is true you can't get addicted to Zaza like nicotine for example, but that doesn't mean the Za is completely safe. XO0 made a great video on the topic which inspired me to make this, but I thought I'd look at it at a bit of a different angle, cause from my experience, your relationship with the Mary Jane is truly a personal one. You can have a dude who smokes up 24/7 every day and because of it is a depressed mofo who doesn't get nothing done and just sits on his bed contemplating about why he is sad all the time. But then you can have a dude like Snoop Dogg who literally breathes THC instead of O2 yet has accomplished more with his life than most of us can ever dream of. For real though, dudes is just completing side quests at this point. Anyway, let's go ahead and look at different types of people and why they smoke the Za and how it affects them. Starting with the faded subway worker. Now, this ain't the subway worker specifically. It can be anybody who has a job where they have discovered that being baked during it makes it a lot more bearable and fun. It's just that in my experience, the workers at Subway are usually always baked. At least that's what it seems like to me. To people like this, the Zaza has become less of a fun plant that you smoke when you have free time to instead the cup of coffee you have in the morning. And well, because people like this literally rely on the Za to get through the day, their relationship with it isn't usually very healthy. These also the types of dudes, if you ever smoke up with, will annihilate the whole spliff and then some, and after they'll be looking and acting the exact same way, like they ain't just smoke a Chief Keef sized fatty. A dude like this is usually stuck in a loop but wanting to be happy and maybe quit their job, but then as soon as they wake up and smoke a spliff, push their aspirations to the side for just one more day. But then they do it the next day, and the next day, and so on. So although dudes might not be physically addicted to the Za, he is mentally using it to forget about his problems for the day, kinda like an alcoholic or something. Then again, it might also be man just enjoys working while high and after getting home doesn't even smoke anymore and just does what makes him happy. As I said, it's all about why you use the Za to figure out if your relationship with it is healthy or not. Cause this next dude definitely doesn't use it to forget about his problems, and he is the creative dude or artist. I think one thing we can all agree on, whether you think the Za is addictive or not, is that when you high, you tend to be more creative. Now, that doesn't mean that's automatically a good thing, cause a lot of times that creativity just means thinking about something very deeply and never actually taking it any further than that. For real though, sometimes I'll be smoking up and I'll be turned into a Greek philosopher out here contemplating the very fabric of the universe. And if you're an artist of any sort and you can actually take these high thoughts and express them through something real, you can see where smoking up every day can become not such a bad thing. Obviously, your lungs will still feel the damage, but compared to the last dude on the list who on top of that suffers from a lack of motivation and low-key depression, this dude is not that bad off. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows either, as Za laziness or zaziness is still a real problem. Although I'm not an artist and just make YouTube videos, I often do them while high, so I can confidently say sometimes when I get a great idea and try to bring it to reality and it doesn't turn out how I imagined it, I get kinda demotivated and just give up for a while. And when I'm not baked, I might not feel as confident and excited about my ideas, but regardless, I still finish them and do what I gotta do. But with the Za, it can make me overanalyze things quite a bit, to the point I might think myself out of a solid thought or plan. But I'm guessing not everyone has this debuff, cause I mean, you look at a mofo like Snoop Dogg and it'll get you second guessing if smoking grass is the key to success. It's probably not. Really, nigga? Anyway, next dude on the list who smokes every day and is low-key addicted is the grass NPC. This guy is, in my opinion, the worst type of Zaza addict, because in this dude's head, no matter how much grass you consume and however much it affects your daily life, it doesn't matter because, well, the Zaza isn't addictive. The grass NPC also made an appearance on my The Worst Types of Grass Smokers video because of his blatant ignorance and constant defensiveness towards the magic green plant. If you ever talk to this guy, you better be super careful about bringing up any negative towards the Za, because this dude will argue his life away defending his one and only love, the Mary Jane. Even though it always makes me happy when famous celebrities or athletes like Kevin Durant, for example, talk about the grass and how it has had a positive impact on their life, because it shows that just because you like getting high doesn't automatically mean you're a lazy good-for-nothing stoner. But if the lazy stoner is the one trying to preach the gospel of the Mary Jane, then who in their right mind is gonna be like, yeah, this guy's spitting straight facts.
he really got his shit together.
Point being, if you smoke up 24/7 and have a low-key Zaza addiction, own up to it and admit you got a bit of a problem instead of trying to justify your dependency on some. Bro, that's like your 5th spliff. You sure that's a good idea?
What you mean? This shit all organic. It ain't even bad for you, bro.
I mean, smoking anything is bad, especially if you're doing it 24/7.
Nah, bro, Zaza ain't even a drug. You really should do your research. Here, I sent you an article about the positives of smoking grass.
Okay.
What's this? What you sent me?
It's just some research talking about all the negatives of smoking grass.
Sorry, I can't hear you. This gas is too loud.
My man doesn't wanna hear it, which is really bad cause being ignorant to the negative side effects of the Zaza can lead to way too much consumption, which can evolve to a dependency on it just to live your everyday life. For real though, if you don't ever give your body time to filter out that grass from your system, it's gonna get used to it always being there, which will lead you to experiencing things like loss of appetite, low mood, low energy, etc. when off the Zaza. So especially to all my younger viewers, don't think of the grass as some magical perfect substance. There are consequences to using it just like everything else in the world. Sometimes even when I have one mega smoke sesh, I'll feel the after effects in the morning like a Zaza hangover. It's all about moderation and using the Zaza to enhance your life and the experiences you have, not relying on it for them. I've also said this in one of my previous videos, but I think it fits well here too. It's not about how high you were, it's about where you were high. So yeah, always try to keep that in mind. But before I skedaddle, I wanted to let y'all know that CBDBro is now officially on Instagram, so make sure you go follow it to see all the daily adventures and shenanigans that happen. I'm also gonna post some actual dope content on there, not just PNG cutouts of stickmen, specifically about my trip to Zazaland City. So if you wanna see CBDBro on some worldwide adventures, check out the IG and see you there.